Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
We'll do it live. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we'll do it live. Okay, so I just saw Fear the Walking Dead. Have you seen it lately?
No, I've got to watch it.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's been really, really good lately. And I thought like this was the finale, but obviously there's a couple more episodes left, so I'm like scratching my head like the Fook? Like, what the hell are you going to do for 2 episodes? And I'm like, okay. It was really good. I got to say, if you get a chance to see it today, it was really good. It has exceeded my expectations.
That's good. I love when it shows
It's not on the caliber of Walking Dead, but it doesn't know, it no longer sucks. It's like a grade higher. You know, it's good, but it's not great, you know, because I don't think it could ever be Walking Dead. I mean, that's, you know. So anyway, check that out. I really don't watch Talking Dead that much anymore because of Hardwick, what he said. And let me see what else. Hey, Sally.
What's up?
What's up, Sally?
What's that?
So have you seen Fear the Walking Dead or no?
No, I have not watched it since like season 1.
And that's why we're not doing the Walking Cast. All right.
Oopsie.
So, besides that, I guess this week we're gonna have. Have you watched American Horror Story or no?
Yes, a little bit of it.
Somewhat, a little bit of it. And the Orville everybody's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think Orville is fantastic. It's amazing.
How Star Trek
highly recommend it. Yes, that's how Star Trek should be. So definitely recommend that. What's up, Ben?
Hello.
How are you, sir?
All right.
So what's going on in the news? Do you have any news? Because then I can say the news. It's up to you. Do you have anything, Ben, to talk about?
Well, I got something that you might not like that I saw on Twitter yesterday.
I might not like?
That there's some of the TNG cast were doing a panel and they took the knee.
Yes, I saw that.
Don't worry,
they took the knee. Again, this running thing of taking the knee.
Yeah.
And we do talk about it on Topic Wonders, and we do talk about it on here, and it's a very, very, very controversial thing because military soldiers that died were white, African American, of all different cultures and races. So if you're not going to pledge of allegiance, and if you're going to protest against whatever thing you want to do, you're protesting against your own race. In a way, because you're not standing. I don't understand why people want to be vocal and they want to come out and they want to protest, but they don't know how to protest all of a sudden. And they want to do the easiest, most simplistic way to do it that is actually the dumbest way to do it. And last year it was police brutality. They protested. This year, they try to change it. But then if you ask different players, they're protesting different things. I mean, maybe they didn't put enough sugar in your coffee. Maybe you're against police brutality. Maybe you're against white people. Maybe you're against... I mean, they're protesting so many different things. And they're doing it at the flag, which makes absolutely no sense. Go ahead.
This will be interesting now, which totally destroys any credibility of what he started to do in the first place. You heard that Kaepernick is pretty much backing, or at least trying to hold a fundraiser for a cop killer.
I see.
Yep.
That's controversial.
Yeah, the person who killed a cop.
Well, at least he's speaking up. I thought he was hiding, and he's not. He's protesting now, which is okay. I'll give him credit that he's not. You know, he's protesting anyway while he's unemployed. So okay, He's doing that. Nobody else is. But
Defend a cop killer, which totally destroys his what he went to the knee in the first place. Which
correct.
to me, anybody who takes a knee is.
I mean, isn't the ratings in the toilet?
Yep, they are.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they have emergency meetings today or yesterday that, like, if this continues, then people will be out of jobs, like, basically, because, and again, at the end of the day, if there is no ratings and if there is no sponsors, there is no NFL. There will be no games. There will be no money to support the stadium. There won't be fans watching it. It will end.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL will end. And for anybody that says they'll be okay, it will be fine, don't worry about it, they'll survive. Think of every single company that we've grown up with that is filing Chapter 11, that is going out of business. The biggest companies you could think of and you would never expect ever that they would go under. They go under at some point.
Concession stands are also suffering. We're forgetting about that too. People who go there to see a game. A lot of people are not even going to go see the game. They're just there with their friends, so they're getting concessions because they hear the food's good. The concession stands are going to suffer. And I forget if they're a writer. Correct me if I'm wrong down somewhere. I forget if they're a writer or they're a radio announcer. But one of the people who took a knee, their actions is pretty much affecting their father's job.
Wow. But you know what the
Yeah.
thing is? At some point in time, again, Sally, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say people are calling like DirecTV saying I want to cancel my sports package because of all this crap too,
Yeah.
and they're doing it for free because so many people are calling and saying they want to cancel.
And
But you have to
supposedly,
say,
yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that you have to say it's because of this. But yeah, they said, oh yeah, we'll do it for free, no problem. There you go.
And sponsors are backing out. Like, supposedly Budweiser is close, right, to dumping them. I know guys that advertise suits or something is dumping them too. But at some point in time, like I was saying, with companies, they make a decision that puts the company under.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they give in to ego, and they don't realize common sense, and they do stupid things with the company. They take the company in stupid directions. Maybe they'll expand certain lines that they don't know if it's going to be successful, and the company goes on to, like, you know, some places that I work for or whatever. But in this case, anybody that comes out there and says that the NFL will be fine, nothing will go wrong. Look, if you don't go to the games, if you don't watch the games, if you don't buy foods in the stadium, if you don't support the NFL, if you don't go watch it, they will not have money to pay these players millions of dollars. And at the end result, that what's going to happen is the NFL is going to change their tune in the coming weeks, and they're not going to be so supportive of the players and kneeling with them, because the players are causing them to lose their bonuses and their money and their team. So before that happens, you fire those players. And if you have any players that are going to do that, you fire them, you suspend them, you whatever, and you establish that this company, you're going to stand at allegiance, and if you don't want to, then you are gone. Or you cannot be there. Now, I am totally, again, I understand this is a hot button issue. I understand that there are some out there, and we do have some members of our own group that is the opposite of my opinion, and that's fine. I respect everybody's opinion. But to say that nothing will happen to the NFL and that they won't take this stance, it's all about they cannot do it for free.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know from working in the industry, okay, and maybe people don't, but you have to pay the bills. You have to pay the electricity. You have to pay the maintenance of the stadium. You have to pay insurance. You have to pay insurance on that. You have to pay the players. You have to pay all that stuff. the government's going to start taking funding away to build the stadiums or repair the stadiums. So they're not going to have that. The sponsors are going to back out, okay? You're going to get a point where the Super Bowl is insignificant, where if they're not going to have sponsors, then they're not going to be able to charge crazy amounts of millions of dollars for airtime
commercials
on the Super Bowl, because they're going to take anybody just to make money. Anybody that will have them. So they're not going to even be able to. I guarantee that the Super Bowl prices will drop 50%.
Oh, they're going to cut dramatically
because they want to get somebody, and nobody is going to pay millions of dollars for the Super Bowl to advertise with a company that they don't salute the flag. And if they do, then there's a problem. But whatever.
I'm surprised this isn't called resurgence of arena football, because I know
there's going to be another.
90s,
I bet you there's going to be another football that's going to come into play, like that time we had the World League football and whatever. Someone's going to create something, because that's what happens. Something just gets destroyed and something's born from the ash.
Takes the vacuum.
And again, we've lost many companies. Right now, Toys R Us, filing Chapter 11. Again, they have a chance to come out of it, but sometimes, half the times, they don't. ECW even went into bankruptcy. The banks owned it, and Vince McMahon bought the name from the banks, okay, to have ECW. So, again, the NFL is not self-sustaining. It's not a thing that can survive without money. And if all the fans, we the people, protest the NFL, they will not survive. So they need to be managers and need to manage their business and say enough of, because, so, again, I understand that they're against Trump. I get it. But their political belief is going to end their company because it has nothing to do with Trump. It's been going on before he was in office. And one more time, it was going on before he was in office.
Yeah. What can you imagine if enough of the teams started, if officials saying, okay, you want to take the knee, you want to link arm in arm? Fine. You forfeit the game, and it goes to the other team. Now, if both teams are doing it, then 100% of the proceeds of the gun goers.
There should be There should be a red flag. There should be a penalty if they don't if they're not going to find the players, and if they don't support the national anthem, then the other team gets first down.
Yeah.
Or the other team, or whatever.
No,
something.
Literally, the team that's taking the knee should automatically be forced to forfeit to the team that's the visitor. And if you start also finding the owners for this stuff, oh boy, if you don't think that's gonna start a big hoopaloo.
I guarantee they're already losing. I think they projected that they lost $250 million already. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be following this week after week. But already I've seen tons of my friends on Facebook not watch football for the first time on Sunday. So it's going to grow no matter what, and eventually they will change their tune. Even Marvel changed their tune.
Yeah.
When all their books were getting canceled. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
You start seeing the owners of these teams start getting fined per kneeling. That's going to be really a bad spot. So that's a hot button issue. Another issue that I didn't think is a hot button issue. I mean, Inhumans came and went.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing your thing with Billy on Facebook.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. There was no thing with Billy. I was posting about the Inhumans, and once again, Billy has to have the opposite opinion of me, which is amazing how every single time I say something, he's the opposite opinion. Every single time. But okay, that's fine. But my friends are saying how it's disrespectful to Jack Kirby, all this stuff. I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry.
Do you mean Humans didn't really make a big impression? Oh my God, you could knock me over with a feather.
Inhumans?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Emergency Marvel.
And again, I wasn't going to say Billy's name on it, but thank you, Ben. We were just talking about stuff over there. But anyway, yeah, thanks, Ben. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What? No, it doesn't matter if the showrunner said that he has plans for 3 years, crossovers with this, Ugats. He said it before the ratings came in. You're not going to talk about a show and show your plans for 3 years if you just found out that your show bombed. Because nobody in their right mind would say, hey, my show ratings were in the toilet, but this is what we're going to do for 3 years. Common sense. So that showrunner said that before it came out, which means it's irrelevant. Because if the ratings ain't there, then it's up to Disney to... I don't think Marvel will step in and ask Disney to protect Inhumans. I think that's an embarrassment, and they want it to go away. They want to sweep it under the rug. In fact, I predict that they'll probably purposely bring Agent Carter back just to say it was never canceled, that she did another show, it's still going on, just to save
it was just
face.
on hiatus so she could do other things and not get burned out.
She did do another show right after. So they'll say it was never canceled, it was just put on hiatus. So nothing will save Inhumans. Now, to talk about Star Trek, being that we're on a roll, okay? Look, I am all for people on my show going and doing their own shows. That is fantastic. That's great. It's amazing that you get to see one of our members or most of our members go do other podcasts, host their own shows. You get to see their voice. You get to see them in the spotlight. That's fantastic. I love that. I love when, like when you guys do that. When Gloria used to do the thing, right, Sally? You go in there and you guys are talking about things. It's great. But what I don't like, and everybody knows me for years, and the one thing that will never change is if somebody is on here as a member and they're doing a show and they go do their own show where they host, but they bash me when they've just been on my show like minutes before, and they're smiling at me and they're like, ha ha, whatever, and then they go do a show and to boost themselves, they knock me down. No matter what you say, I will never, ever, ever like that. Because that is disrespectful. That's the worst thing ever. So, not saying anybody in here is doing that, but I'm just saying that there's someone else that's done that. And again, you could do your own show. You could shine. You could grow. You could build yourself up. But if you're going to step on someone to build yourself up, then it's not proper, it's disrespectful, you're not doing it the right way, and you're trying to use somebody's status on YouTube or whatever to get yourself subscribers or views or whatever. And not only do you bash the person, but not only did the person bash me, but he said, don't listen to him, don't watch his stuff. And meanwhile, he's in the cast with me. So I'm not naming names, but I'm just going to say that I think it's wrong. I'm not cursing anybody out. Bad form, not cool. And that person will no longer be on our show for now. Now, I know that someone told me that, well, until you forgive him. Well, it's true. I do forgive people. I believe in second chances and third chances. I believe that, for whatever reason, people do these things. But for now, that person will not be on our show. But anyway, so now let's go to box office. We're out of that thing. It is number one, which it knocked out Tom Cruise. American Made, which was a surprise movie too, because I didn't think that American Made was going to be number one for a couple of days. But now it is estimated at 553 million worldwide. And it's a good movie. It deserves the box office. And it's getting a sequel. American Made came in number 2. It's a hit already, 81 million. Boom. And most of the money came from overseas, mind you. Because it's a failure domestically. Yeah. They really liked Tom Cruise overseas, but they didn't like the Mummy overseas. Well, actually, they did like the Mummy, but they didn't like him over here. I don't know. Whatever. But the Kingsman Golden Circle is a hit, 192 million. And growing from $104 million budget. Actually, I can't say it's a hit yet, because I know they're going to make back their marketing and stuff like that. So excuse me for saying that. Flatliners is flat.
Flat? Yep. It's those little defibrillator panels are going to save this movie.
I don't know. It died just like they did in the movie.
Exploded and pass a DNR on this movie.
Now, I want to ask you a question about the horror movies, because we've seen a little advertisement for Friend Request, but this movie bombed beyond belief. Now, is it that bad, or did they just not spend the money for advertising?
I don't think they spend the advertisement
because
for it.
I don't even know who put this out or whatever, but usually you know, I
didn't remember ever seeing a trailer for it or anything.
Well, it bombed because we didn't see it. We didn't even know it was out. So that's bad. Spider-Man Homecoming.
The first time I actually saw a trailer for it was online. And then other than that, there was a little gal that does a reaction thing. That's the second time I saw it. Otherwise,
I mean, usually we'll go see, something different. We'll see a horror movie. We'll see, I mean, it was a big horror movie, let's say, but we've seen the quiet ones. We've seen different things come out. It's different, change of pace. I do love horror movies, but I did not. When we went to see it, or whenever I was looking at the things I didn't. My theaters didn't really have it, so I didn't know. And then you'll see on the box office that it's there, but it's not there. So again, maybe it's a lesson learned that if you don't advertise something really good, then no one's going to know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to have word of mouth, because again, you can't have word of mouth. Nobody knows it's there. Spider-Man Homecoming, which I didn't like, is doing well. I mean, 875 million worldwide.
Has he escaped the back of the van yet?
I guess so. And again, it's great that it's almost at $1 billion, but I don't like it. Not that I'm wrong. My opinion is my opinion. I don't think Avatar 2 is going to be anything, because I think the phase is over with 3D and stuff like that, and I think it's a fluke, honestly, and I think it's a big mistake for James Cameron to be doing this whole universe on overgrown Smurfs on a planet.
I can see 3. To this point, I can see them doing 3, but going beyond 3, that's when it's really going to start losing its luster.
This is the first time that we just stopped watching the movie. I mean, this is the one movie that was way too long, and just you had to see the parts or something. It was just like, just get on with it already. And it was just, that was the one movie I didn't like Avatar. Sorry. I'm not all about, Flash and whatever. This is nothing that I've been seeing, So I think it's a mistake that he's, and I think subconsciously he knows it too, that he's kind of a little overboard with the Avatar. That's why we're having Terminator come out right away, because you don't want to be known for this project that nobody really cares about. But I mean, some people do. Some people love Avatar. Maybe a good portion probably do, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, something happened with there was this. You know how we talk about the comic books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about they'll do a thing where a whole bunch of Hulks, and then they'll do a thing with a whole bunch of Thors, and then they'll do a thing with a whole bunch of Spider-Man, a whole bunch of this. And why can't you just do something original? Why do you have to continually do this? Now the new trend is that Marvel decided that there should be an old man Hawkeye.
Why?
because we had an old man Hawkeye, so to speak, in Old Man Logan?
Because they want to see superheroes use Bengay. They want to see the hero that can't even strike a bow and fight the villains, and how does he do it when his body's like cracking? I don't know, Sally. I really don't know what. Why can't you have the character alive, right? And he's young. Why can't you just make Hawkeye unfriggin' believable in the comics? Why do you have to make an alternate future version of him to make him shine? Why? I mean, another thing that boggles my mind is Logan is free. Our Wolverine is back. So you know what that tells me? You know what that means to me? That means that all these pretenders need to go away. Old Man Logan needs to go away. You don't need them.
Slowly fade away.
I really don't want them anyway if he wasn't around. But send him back to his universe. Send this one back. All his kids are not just because they're born with arms and legs, yes, but they're not born with adamantium claws.
No.
I mean, again, when has it been ever that a mutant's kid has the exact same powers as them? You know? Or whatever. I mean, they have healing factors, okay, but so you're saying the government looked up all Wolverine's kids and decided to give him metal for what purpose? That they didn't make money from? You know, it's like stupid. So how many kids does he have that they have exactly the same thing? Adamantium. He's cloned. He has kids. I mean, it's absurd. You could turn to any and you're like, oh, that's not Wolverine. That's his son Dakin. Oh, no, that's his alternate reality son in the Ultimate Universe. Oh, no, that's his old alternate reality. Enough. One Wolverine. That is it. Wipe them all out. And honestly, with his daughter, she shouldn't be called Wolverine if he's around. Just like Miles Morales, I'm sorry, give him another name. Don't call him Spider-Man. It's a disrespect to call him Spider-Man. Call him Spider-Kid or Spider-Teen or something, but don't call him Spider-Man. I like that at all. And, you know, I just saw Marvel Generations where Captain America's back, and Falcon said, listen, he gave me his shield, you know, and when he was at rapidly aged and he gave me a mission to do, my mission's over, I'm giving you a mission, Cap. And he gave his shield back to Captain America and says, I am no longer Captain America because you're here and this is your legacy. It's your legacy. So you're here, I'm going to be Falcon again. And you know what? That is a great piece because he stepped up to the plate and he says, you know what? You're back in the saddle again. You're here. Here's your shield, sir. I'm going to be the Falcon. That's the way it should be for Miles Morales. That's the way it should be for everybody. Okay? But they don't do that with everybody. So you want to have sales, and then you know what they're doing now also, Marvel, to get sales? Marvel to get sales is not relying on their books to get sales. They're relying on specially created projects like Secret Empire, like Marvel Legacy, like something else after that, to be in the top 10. And they're releasing them where there's multiple issues in the month so they could be in the top 10. And you know what's happening? Their actual books are going down.
The same thing that happened to the same thing that's happened to them now happened in the 90s when they started trying to do that whole little thing where
overflowing with multiple covers,
great investment.
Hologram covers. Now they're doing the same thing and the same mistake that they did in the 90s. There is 12 alternate covers for Marvel Legacy. 12. 12. There were 50 alternate covers for USA Avengers. 50. Okay? Comic book shops.
Do they connect in some way, or are they their own separate entity?
Same book, different cover.
Because I was thinking now, if they set it up to where it was like a puzzle of some sort. Okay,
same book, different cover. And you know what? They want these comic shops to carry every single cover and they're starting to hurt the comic book shops. The comic shops have a budget; they want to know what they want to get, but now you are forcing them, in a way, to get these books that they wouldn't carry 12 covers for a book. Maybe they don't want to invest in other issues or whatever. So that's causing a problem too.
Just like in grocery stores, certain people will pay for a shelf. That's probably what they're doing for these comic book shops too. That they're paying to put these 12, 50, whatever issues on a certain shelf so everybody can see. And
so say no to
which is going to
old
drive
man.
the comic book companies once again out of business.
Say no to Old Man Hawkeye. Say no to Old Man Logan. Say no to Old Man anything. Okay? Because again, Marvel gets carried away and they cannot, for the life of me, make the character while he's young popular, that they're going to do it when he's older than dirt and they want to have a book out to show how cool this is. They're trying to bounce off of the success of the Logan movie, and trying to do that in the books, and it's not going to work. So, all right, enough ranting. How was your day, guys? Anything going on?
Good.
Good?
Good here.
All right, so what news do we have here? Oh, I showed on the cast the other night, they had a Batman comic where he got the Flash's Speed Force, right? And then I was kind of confused, the advertisements today. It turns out, I guess, that another alternate reality, Batman's going to take Cyborg's abilities or something, and it's another book entirely connected to this metal thing. You heard about that, Ben?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know what that's about either, but it looked cool when he took the Speed Force. But I don't know what they're doing there. And then we got Batman Ninja animation, which I don't know what the hell that is, but that's so weird. I don't know. Lucy 2 script is done. So they're going to get Scarlett Johansson to do a sequel to Lucy.
It was good. I actually
see
liked it better than the Johnny Depp movie, even though they were actually one and the same.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, to me, it's not like I know Transcendence. I know with Transcendence, Depp was put into a computer and all this, but in the long run, it was basically the same plot. I actually
Wait, she was omnipotent,
better, but I don't see it. I can't see them doing.
But did she have powers in that? She wasn't in a computer.
No. She was given a. She was what she had. She was trying to smuggle this type of this drug, and somehow the bag she had in her stomach ruptured. And the whole plot of the thing was
her mind power was getting
10% of your brain, but with this drug, it increased her to 100%.
Almost 100, right?
Yeah. And in the end, like I said, it was good. I liked it better than Transcendence, but I don't see it. I can't see how they could get a sequel from it.
Right. Okay. What else?
That's basically one of those one-shot movies.
Kishner. Hold on. This news just came in here. All right, so anybody who is interested in Star Trek Discovery, Mia Kishner from 24 and the L Word. Oh my God, Jenny Schechter, right? Is that Jenny Schechter from the L Word? Well, anyway, she's going to play Spock's mother in Star Trek Discovery. Not that anybody cares, but so if you want to see Star Trek Discovery, there's your news about that. People have been asking me in comment section. No, I will not be reviewing Discovery 3 on. I will not I take a stand that I will not pay for CBS All Access. I'm against it. I'm against the fact that, one, they're forcing you to pay for one show. I don't even want anybody to send it to me. I don't even want to watch it. I've seen enough to formulate an opinion that I do not like it. I do not enjoy it. And if I don't like something and I don't enjoy something, I will not talk about it. Other than if there's news, I'll give you guys news, but I am not a fan of Star Trek Discovery. I was a fan of the original Star Trek. I was a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan. Huge. I was a fan of Deep Space Nine. I was a fan of Voyager. I liked Enterprise a little bit. I have tons of toys and merchandise from all that stuff. I spent a lot of money on like even Deep Space Nine, while Next Generation was my favorite. Okay, so I basically have seen every single Star Trek incarnation there is, and not that you could compare it because this is not even in the same level as they are, but this is not. This is a negative direction to the Star Trek franchise. This is against Gene Roddenberry. This is against all Star Trek history and lore. The ships are unrecognizable to the way they're supposed to look in that time period. You cannot do that. You cannot have the ships look different. You can't have the ships look like they're in the Prime Universe after Voyager, and it's before Enterprise, like from Star Trek with Kirk. You can't have it look like that. You can't have androids on the ship. You can't. There were no androids on the ship until Data, and you can't mess up continuity. You can't mess up all the history of Star Trek. You can't represent the Klingons in a different light. You can't represent the Vulcans in a different light. You can't represent Starfleet in a different light. You cannot mix them together in a bowl and tell me it's Star Trek. The ship does not look like that. The way that the ship is styled, it looks like they ran out of money. The brig, everything.
I wasn't a fan of the ship when they revealed the design either. I mean,
there were many different things wrong with it, and
they took different model kits and just slapped one together.
Yeah, and I can't look. I'm not telling people. I'm not trying to give you the mindset and brainwash anybody here, like somebody was trying to say in the other cast. If you want to see it, great. God bless you. I hate it, and I'm not going to stick with something I hate, so I'm not going to watch it, and I'm not going to talk about it on here unless it's some type of news when an actor or something, or we have to tell that it's canceled or success or whatever. We'll do the basic news, but don't think that I'm going to have a real Trekkies cast on it. So I'm not. I'll wait for the new Star Trek movie to come out, or we'll talk about the other Star Trek show, which I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of either with Khan, but we'll see. All right. So Ben, you're going to meet Bruce Campbell.
Yep, later this month.
That is awesome. Very good. Why is it so quiet in here? Hello! Okay. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.
Ciao.